If you're thinking about starting a window cleaning company and you just want the short answer for how to get started, this is the video for you. I'll tell you right now, the hardest part is just getting started. All you need to do is order the basic tools. Get a mop, it's a T-bar with a scrubber on it, some type of a bucket. It doesn't have to be a fancy one. It can just be a 5-gallon bucket from your local hardware store. A little bit of soap and a squeegee. I'd say don't go to Home Depot for this. This is the one thing. If there's anything you want to splurge on, it's a squeegee. I recommend getting a handle that can turn, that can pivot. And then if you don't have access to somebody else's ladder, go ahead and get yourself either something cheap off of Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, or get a cheap extension pole to get you through the first storefronts. You can start with storefronts pretty easily because you don't need as many tools for that. A lot of residential customers are a little bit more picky. So if you're just getting started and you need some cash now and you don't got much to start with, the cheapest way is definitely storefronts. You're gonna wanna start doing what we call canvassing. If you can get some business cards printed up or a little flyer, that's that much better. But you can even get started without that. Get a clipboard with a sheet of paper on it and start taking down the email, the phone number, and the names of whoever's making the decision at a store. When it comes to pricing, storefronts can be a little bit tricky. It varies from region to region, so you're gonna wanna call around or at least try to price shop a couple other businesses in the area and find out what they typically charge per pane. There's a lot of Facebook groups for window cleaners where a lot of times if you use the search bar, which that's a special hack by the way, use a search bar and find out what other people say that they charge if they're close to you. Just simply search for the name of the town that you live in and storefront and pricing. It's pretty easy if you can look that way. But in general, I've heard prices anywhere from $2 per pane per side up to about $10 per pane per side. So if you want to kind of figure things out, sometimes you can just eyeball it. If they only have 3 or 4 windows, make sure you have a minimum, something like $20 for you to come out there. When you walk into a storefront, you're going to want to make sure you already have an idea of the pricing. I like to break things down based on what it would cost for them to do one-time clean, a price to do a monthly clean, and then a price to do either a bi-weekly or a weekly clean. And obviously the one-time clean is going to be the most expensive and the weekly clean will be the cheapest. You count the windows, just simply count each pane. If you're going to do both inside and outside, you can charge around $5 per pane. Now the pitch. Start entering in, introduce yourself, simply say, I've got a window cleaning business and I'm starting to establish a route in this area. I wanted to get everybody a new quote for the prices that we would charge to maintain your windows. That way you can keep that sparkle all year long and make your customers feel comfortable. Something simple, something that you can just kind of write out, a script that you can memorize and then ad lib off of that. If you can fit in some ideas that are going to mix with your company brand as you progress, that's all the better. But if not, don't worry about it too much. Just get out there and start talking to people. The first couple storefronts are going to be a lot more logistically challenging because you're going to have to be going out there just for 1 or 2 quick jobs. But as you establish your route in an area, hopefully not too far from your home, you're going to be able to line up several different jobs all in the same shopping area. So that's the goal, to establish a route. If you can fill up 1 full week of window cleaning and you get them all on weekly cleans, you're set for the year. So really the numbers game is in your favors for storefronts. Or you can get a good base pay and start looking more into the residential window cleaning, which is typically better hourly pay, but it's a little bit more seasonal. You're gonna have more slow time in the winter or in the peak of summer, and that's why it's good to fall back on some commercial work. Now, full disclosure, I currently don't do any storefronts. I only do residential work with a little bit of larger commercial things on the side. I found that the daily grind of the storefront window cleaning wasn't so much my cup of tea. If I was hiring people though, that would come in handy. If you can fill up 1 route for a window cleaner, then in your slower seasons, you don't have to sweat them being paid. If you're just getting into window cleaning and you need to figure things out, I've got a whole bunch of other resources that I'm trying to put together for you guys. So comment, have any questions, please let me know. I want to address them from A to Z, the beginning to the end, everything included in window cleaning, whether you're just getting started or you're starting to really try to grow your business.